Well, Vincent, we've started the week with some bad news from Petrofac, the oil services company. What has Petrofac said?
Well, essentially what it has done is issue a profits warning. There's been a lot of profit warnings coming out of the oil services sector this year, and Petrofac is the latest this morning. And what it did was to guide down profit expectations for 2014 to flat to modest. And I think the market was expecting growth of about 15%. So there is a substantial sort of difference of interpretation there and expectation. And that knocked 15% off the share price. So it's a sort of trend in the oil services sector continuing, and it's taken a bit of a toll this year.
So Petrofac not the only one, but what's going on in the sector? Why is there less work for these companies?
Well, I think there's a few things that are sort of contributing to the really tough operating environment that you have in the oil services sector. First of all, there are company-specific issues, like delays to contracts that are really outside the control of the actual company itself. So Petrofac's particular problem is delays to two big contracts, one in Abu Dhabi, one in Malaysia. And these are delays that are caused by sort of factors that relate to the client rather than to Petrofac itself. But the wider operating environment is also very tough because the customers of these oil services companies are big oil and oil producers, and they're under fierce pressure to deploy capital more intelligently, and they're really screaming for cost cuts and cost reductions from these oil services companies. And it's kind of tough to deliver that for a start, but also to sort of work out what the new operating environment is like in the sector.
Very tough operationally then for Petrofac and for its competitors. But Petrofac, perhaps, unlike some of the others, also takes stakes in some of these fields and some of these oil operations. How does that change the investment case?
Well, I think I don't know whether investors have yet decided whether it adds to the investment case or not. I suspect that they haven't actually, because Petrofac has been trading at a discount to some of the other companies in the sector for a good while. And I think it's just that there is a degree of investor skepticism really about the Petrofac model that I think that will not be dispelled by today's development.
Well, it sounds like it's a difficult situation all round. Perhaps this isn't the last we've heard of warnings from the oil services sector altogether. Vincent, thank you very much.